Hi everyone, I've recently written a blog about cardiomyopathies and I wanted to jump on here today to talk to you a little bit about the different types and then also kind of my own personal story as I have been diagnosed with a cardiomyopathy myself. So I could sit here all day and talk to you about cardiomyopathies and my own personal experience and kind of history and the signs and symptoms that I experienced before I was diagnosed, the diagnosis itself, and then kind of the treatment and how my life has changed since. But what I really wanted to get out of this video is kind of raising awareness about cardiomyopathies. So a lot of people I talk to day by day don't know much about them, and I was even one of those people before I was diagnosed. So despite studying a Bachelor of Human Movement during the time that I was experiencing some signs and symptoms, I still didn't know much about it, and kind of if I didn't know much about it, then the average person out there doesn't know much about it. So that's why I'm wanting to raise awareness about it. And then also I'm wanting to help people who are unfortunate like myself, who have to experience this and kind of go through kind of changes in their life. So there are 4 different types of cardiomyopathies, and they are 1, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, 2, restrictive cardiomyopathy, 3, dilated cardiomyopathy, and 4, arrythmogenic right ventricular dysplasia, or AVRD for short. So 2 weeks before I turned 21, I was diagnosed with AVRD, and in the lead up to that, I was experiencing palpitations, so my heart rate was going through the roof on a number of circumstances, and as well as being hard-headed and not knowing much about it, I never went to hospital or never kind of got checked until the day that I fainted. Actually, it wasn't even the day, it was the morning after I went to the GP, and that's what started the testing process. So I am one of the lucky ones to be here today, to be able to sit here and talk to people about it. And that's why I want to be raising awareness, because there are so many people out there who are unfortunate and kind of have a sudden cardiac arrest without having any signs or symptoms beforehand and die there and then. So that is why I'm wanting to raise awareness of it. As well as being an exercise physiologist, I have the personal side of it, but I also know the physiological aspects of it. So I can be helping those who are experiencing similar circumstances like myself in terms of their exercise. So my life changed forever when I was diagnosed with the condition. In 2013, that's when I was diagnosed. I was playing in the New South Wales Premier League for soccer as well, and I was also playing competitive touch football. So my whole life I had been playing sports, and as I got older, I was also in the gym doing kind of resistance training exercises as well. But unfortunately, when I was diagnosed, I had to stop playing sport. So people with cardiomyopathies are highly recommended to stop any kind of high intensity activity, because that's where there is an increased risk of kind of arrhythmias and sudden cardiac arrest. So unfortunately, I had to stop playing sport, but I have found enjoyment doing other things, and I still do resistance training in the gym. I go out for walks. On the odd occurrence, I'll be going for jogs as well, depending how I'm feeling. And then I also find enjoyment doing other activities. So I've gotten into yoga, I go out kayaking, I try different things and kind of do what I'm capable of as well. So kind of, I also know that how hard it can be living with a condition like this. I have previously tried to film this video and I broke down crying because I sometimes struggle with it. I have gotten a lot of anxiety and post-traumatic stress over kind of having the condition and having some shocks as well. So I do live with an implantable cardioverter defibrillator too. That is part of the treatment with someone with AVRD. And I have experienced 4 shocks since I was diagnosed and had it implanted 7 years ago. So I know how tough the mental health aspect of it can be too. So having kind of the exercise physiology background and also my personal experience with it, I feel that I can kind of help people living with a similar condition too. So if you are someone who wants to know more about my story or has any questions for me or wants to be exercising but doesn't know where to start, then please feel free to contact me. I'll put my email address below, and you can also call the 1300 964 002 number and you'll be directed to me. So please stay safe everyone, enjoy the weekend, and I hope that I've given you some valuable information today. Stay safe guys.